Hi everybody, it's Danette Hutchinson with The Bride. I hope you guys are doing well. I know there's a lot of weather things happening around the country and some of us are getting more than others, and so I pray that wherever you are, that you're able to cope with whatever weather pattern that you are dealing with. I wanted to get on just for a quick minute or two. Hopefully this will be a video and not a short, just to let you know where some things are. As you know, I am in school full-time, which is no excuse, but it is a great reason. So I'm still working through my semester through May. And for those of you who are praying for me, as I have requested some videos ago, I appreciate it and I thank you for that. Also, we are still on the bridal gown. This is why gowns can take some time, but we're still on the bridal gown, and in the meantime I've got some other things that I'm working on for some family members, namely my oldest granddaughter and my youngest granddaughter. So I'll show you what those are. You can get a good fix on that. That's for the older granddaughter, but I'll show that to you a little closer, and then I'll show you the one I'm working on for my little 5-year-old. She's a little fashionista, so I'm going to show you what I might be adding to hers just to give her some thrills. And then I'm working on a PDF pattern. So I'll be working also on this woven boxy top pattern. I'm using a size 14 rather than an 18. So I'm taking my measurement from my underarm all the way across to this underarm. And I usually measure about a 14. And when you do that, what happens is you get a better fit in your shoulders, especially if you're smaller in your shoulder area. You get a better fit in your shoulders when you use this measurement for tops, dresses, jackets, possibly as well, especially if you're developing that pattern on your own. So I've got, this is what we're working with. I've got another little machine there that I've added. There's my serger. Got a sewing machine here. This is the one I normally use, so if you hear it, it's kind of loud and noisy, but it's the one I go to. And then I've got one down here, actually two down here. So I'm going to be somehow setting up my sewing space. If y'all got any ideas, go ahead and put them in the comment. And if you remember this beautiful dress right here, she is going to be I'm going to be doing a few touch-ups on this dress. It's not ever been worn, and then I'm going to post it for sale. It is just absolutely gorgeous. Let me see if I can get a better view of this. And so it's a fit and flare. Well, it fits at the knee and flares out, but I'm working on that. And just to give you a closer look at this garment, which is for my older granddaughter. So it's got raglan sleeves. Got raglan sleeves on it. So this is the sleeve right here, if you know what a raglan sleeve is. And I haven't put the pockets on yet, but the pockets go here. So we've got a really good match. I'm so excited about that. A really good match on the pocket. On this side, this pocket on this side is completely different, and I'm so excited about that too, because that's kind of the personality of my older granddaughter. She likes things that are specific to her, you know. So I'm excited about doing that for her, and we will be trimming the hood with some seam binding here. So I think that's going to be I'm trying to show you what it would look like if it was laying down flat, but I think you probably know that. So I'm going to be doing a seam binding around the hood, all the way around the hood. So that's going to set that off really nice. And then the last thing for that is this zipper that will go down the front, and her jacket will be done. And then for her sister, for her little 5-year-old sister, I traced her jacket off of this. I bought this coat for my granddaughter. She said it was too boring. So I traced it off. I traced off the front and used the front and the back the same because she's a little 5-year-old girl. And at this point, not much is changing for her from the front to the back. So I just traced off a pattern. I've got to trace off the arms, which shouldn't be too difficult. And then I need to trace off the hood. But what is going to trace off the hood? Maybe. I may trace off the hood. I might not. Because my thought is, this is what was on the original coat as a hood trim. Which is why I thought she would like it, but she didn't. She didn't like it at all. So we got to do something about that. But that's what her little jacket would have looked like with a trim on the hood, and she didn't like it. So I'm thinking of trimming her little jacket off with that same hood, or the hood trim. I don't know. It could be just a little bit way too much out there, but I'm considering it. So I've basted in the zipper. This is going to fold over. So I will fold it over and do a stitch here all the way down the front on the zipper. This right here is a placket that's going to be showing on the inside between the zipper, sewn on the inside between the zipper and the zipper and the jacket itself. So we've got that. That's got to be on there. Got a lot of work to do. And that's what I'm working on. I'm still working on the white dress. I'm still working on dress. It's still there. I'm still gathering dress patterns, not dress patterns, but ideas for dresses. I've got 2 more on my phone that I will be adding to the collection, as it were. My intention is still to do a pop-up store, but that dress that I showed you here, that one I believe I'm going to focus. I'm going to put on the Etsy store or Poshmark if Poshmark is still up and running. So that's where we're at. I know it's been a while. You know, I'm kind of slow in posting anyway. I do have a life. But I enjoy it when you do watch the videos. I would appreciate any comments or suggestions that you have. Maybe show me some things that you're working on, and we can kind of communicate back and forth that way. I know community can be important to a whole lot of people. It is important to a lot of people, especially in the days that we live in. So until I post again, I'm hoping to have at least 4 of these completed so I can show you some finished garments. And until then, God bless you. Remember, stay warm. Remember, stay safe. And also remember that God has a wonderful plan for your life. Have a great weekend.